This is definitely a tall task for C. I won't hold you. I mean, this is the best player in South America and the best player in the world. Yeah, it's Kyna.
You know, I'm so happy I get a chance to watch Kyna play again. I think, quite confidently, Kyna has the best neutral of any Brawlhalla player to have ever touched this game. His movement and his pressure and his understanding of his own hitboxes, not to, gas him up too much going into this, Kyna is just kind of crazy.
Yeah, for sure. And, the goat of hammer, the goat of axe, like, he just basically does everything perfectly, utilizing that movement. And it's going to take a lot out of C, somebody who has never taken a match or a set, only taken one game in their lifetime over Kyna. This would be a historic upset, a historic win for C. We'll see if he's able to do it here, but I mean, this is a tall task for sure.
Kyna coming back onto the stage. This is the Kyna moment. This is the Kyna situation. He will plant his feet. He will never go off stage. He will never, try to do anything too committal. He knows that situation exceptionally well. I think it is remarkable that C has been able to get back onto stage so many times against Kyna already. That is not an easy feat these days.
Absolutely not. Nice pick up there. Gets the downlight into recovery. And C taking the first set here. That's crazy. Or sorry, the first game, not set. Sorry, first game. I'm losing it. First stock. Thank you, Dara. Oh my goodness. But yeah, nonetheless, taking the first stock versus Kyna. Definitely happy to see that here. In lifetime, C's only taken one game off of Kyna.
Whoa. C's being very smart. C is overshooting these side lights, right? Like dashing into them as well as going for the side light, because Kyna keeps on trying to step back a little bit. That's the kind of intricate movement that you really need to be able to, because otherwise, look at what happens. The way that Kyna works is that he looks at you and then he's gonna take a step back. That's exactly what happens. Katara's versus Axe, a little bit tricky when you commit to that side light. They backstep and light, backstep and light. It's the bread and butter of this matchup.
Absolutely right. And right now, C, even on the unarmed, able to compete with Kyna. Goes for the big side stick there on an attempt to read a jump away. Kyna doesn't give it, but Kyna is continuously getting pieced up by the sword. The down air comes in, gets the recovery, and catches it with a down air. And C is playing crazy on the sword right now.
I hope nobody looks at that and wants to do that to Axe again. I always talk about this, that Axe recovery is so exploitable, it is so vulnerable, it is so reactable. You see the animation come out and you can across the stage do something to it. C took full advantage of that, and I hope nobody gets inspired. Please.
Hey, it even works on the best Axe player to ever live in Kyna. There comes out there. The gravity cancel downlight into side air, looking for this KO on the hammer. Goes for the scoop. Doesn't find it. C picking up a sword immediately, fighting back with a dash jump. Side air. And then that's the GC downlight into ground pound. Gets punished by Kyna with a weapon toss, but able to touch the wall there. And here's the Kyna stutter steps, but I feel like C isn't too worried about it. Nice GC downlight.
You know what he did?
There, what?
He said, you overshot, you're gonna dash into this, you might even dash into this twice. I'm gonna take an even bigger step back and go all the way to center stage to find my GC light. Now, can C adapt to that? Kyna knows the space at which he wants to play. I feel like this is gonna be such a relevant detail, but not if you're getting put into the blender.
And like here, Kyna looking to steal this game away from C. Waits out all of the dodges and options. C completely in fear. Doesn't try to reversal the situation. Kyna all too locked in, and a side stick comes from downtown, and Kyna stops the dream in its tracks, taking the first game there from C.
So PJ, did you see the vision of what I was saying? I was like, this is a game of who is going to overshoot more and give up more stage here. Kyna went all the way back, and then C just went all the way back to the other side of the stage. That was crazy. Now that side sig, I love that side sig because, we talk about in fighting games, a very important concept is mental stack. That was not an option that C was ready for at all. Right? Wait, was that just a clean whiff punish?
No, it was just a Randy side sig, I think. I think it just got ripped, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember seeing C with anything, but nonetheless, still, as you were talking about mental stack, hard to be ready for that option for sure.
Oh, C with the Telos now. Look how cool that Telos skin is. God, that is so sick.
Yeah, this is interesting to want to Teros mirror the best Teros ever, so we'll see how this one plays out. I mean, maybe C's cooking something that we aren't too aware of.
Gets the down in, getting a bit of a juggle going, not able to find the other neutral. Kyna, good understanding that he did not have tempo in that moment. That was not his turn, so he backed off and reset instead of trying to continue to hit C. That being said, C, just like last game, goes up in a stock lead. The question now, PJ, will C be able to hold on to this? Will C be able to keep this lead?
Yeah, it's really anyone's game, even in this spot here. Kyna looking for that down air there. Even on the unarmed, C's willing to fight off stage. That's the South America classic. They're so willing to fight unarmed, but sometimes it gets you punished. There it doesn't, though. It kind of whips the side air. C makes it back. Everyone's unharmed. I think maybe 30 damage exchange between the two of them, but Kyna back on stage with the hammer in hand, waits out that reversal sig, doesn't find it there, and overall it's looking harder and harder for Kyna to get into this game.
Yeah, I don't think Kyna's going to be eating any GC and Sigs from Todos, right? Like, you can't do that to Kyna, of all people. Good punish though, Daylight Cider, and then able to get the weapon toss as well. Hammer weapon throw is so huge. It covers so much space.
Absolutely. We'll get into this second stock on Demon Island here as we got the mismatch. I definitely like to see that. We're not seeing like a mirror into Kyna. I definitely think like play into the axe hammer or the hammer into axe. Try to make as much chaos as possible versus Kyna.
Okay, able to get the sidelight. Love sidelight, by the way. It's such a good poking tool. D-light down in, setting up all of these juggles. Just an interesting choice that Kyna opted to go for the down in and not the side in that moment. I feel like Kyna usually likes putting people off stage.
Yeah, for sure. I think it might have been like the hitbox that the downlight hit a little bit too deep in. Just wanted to get the confirmed damage, set up a juggle, but there, didn't matter. DC downlight into side air from C to close out that stock.
Okay, Kyna quite a deficit here at this point, and if anybody can continue to solidify this lead for C, it is going to be Telos. So axe on hand, what's going to happen? You get a downer, looking for the neutral. Kyna waiting out the dodge, finds an end light. This is it. This is the Kyna moment. Look at how much space he gives up. He waits until the last possible second to dash back. That is what everybody needs to be looking at and talking about when it comes to Kyna's gameplay. I feel like that is where he, even the best of the players in the world, he's able to make them look so uncomfortable.
Absolutely right about that. We're down to a last stock spot here, and Kyna getting the double nair there, the down air into the down light. And as I was talking about, I maybe don't want to see a mirror for C here. So still sticking onto the hammer versus the axe, but Kyna showing the strength of it. C getting the downlight and decided though. Kyna stuck off stage, avoids the end light. GC avoids the recovery as well, using the dodge, but they're getting caught out by the downlight, and C takes a game for the second time ever in his career versus Kyna. Maybe
which in itself is a feat.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this is huge. You get a lead that early on, that's amazing. And also, I do just feel like a lot of C's D-lights were better positioned than Kyna's. They were like GC D-lights, especially closer to the edges of the stage.
Yeah, exactly right about that. It's crazy to say that too, because it's like, Kyna's so good at hitting D-lights, but C really showing like, how much variance there can be in those Taros downlights, especially when you can condition them well. We're going to Small World's End, though, Kyna definitely wanting a smaller stage. I feel like maybe a little bit too much stage for C on Demon Island. We'll see.
Yeah, Kyna has absolutely no problem with nice small stages, especially with the way that he tries to dash back and keep on control of the stage. Okay, respecting that GC side light that time around, getting that D-light. We're getting some juggles in.
Nice little end light from Kyna there, looking to control this space. And man, this is the very aggressive form of Kyna we're seeing here immediately, just trying to chase down C and give him no space.
Wow.
As you see there, another end light sent off stage. C stuck in a really bad spot, gets clipped by the down air.
Okay, good choice not to go for the recovery, right? Just waited and used the least committal recovery options to get back on, like jumping, using your dodge, side light neutrally, nice, good confirmed damage. But the question is, how do you close? How do you find the sider? How do you find this end light? Weapon toss? Love the idea, kinda couldn't close that.
Does close it there with that nair. A very interesting attempt from C to go for that recovery. Definitely not quite able to find the connection that you're looking for, and Kyna is definitely going to be able to punish that with the hammer in hand. Downlight into the down air, and then gets another GC downlight on the juggle. Although you lose your stock quickly, that's quite a bit of damage on that extra credit.
That was pretty cool. That was a really cool follow-up, and that was a lot of damage. At the moment, Kyna picking up the hammer, D-light sider, gets the downer as well, and now we are in the juggle dimension, my friend. C using the weapon toss to give himself a nice safe path, saying you cannot occupy this space while I'm coming down. D-light sider comes out. D-light's side light. Interesting. I don't think Kyna knew that would connect.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it works out. Still conditions a great spot for Kyna to be in. Gets the scoop there to find the KO off the top, and all of a sudden, Kyna really pulling ahead here, and on this smaller stage, really showing the dominance of Kyna and how quickly he is able to just take over a game by closing in that space. Downlight into the nair. A lot of nairs here. Gets the weapon toss up to continue the juggle. Picks up the weapon. GC end light to send off stage. Right now, C just looks like a deer in the headlights. I mean, what do you even do here?
Kyna knew that it was his turn. C did not have a follow-up off of that weapon toss. C is left weaponless against Axe, against Kyna of all people. Gently made it back on. Kyna didn't swing, maybe anticipating a dodge and looking to react to it. Does not matter. C.
Oh.
Ooh, no D-Light recovery. But D-Light started, closes it. Nice.
Nothing too crazy, but you're definitely going to have to make a very, very big comeback here. We'll see if he's able to, with this hammer in hand, Kyna without a weapon, getting weapon star. But the downlight into the charge, N-Light unarmed is going to, or sorry, N-Sig unarmed is going to be able to close that one out.
So optimal. Again, every time I watch Kyna play, the things that I keep coming back on are, wow, he knows when it is his turn to swing. And you will see players at all levels sometimes get a little bit confused about that. What do I even mean by that when I say that? Well, in a lot of moments, especially in CQC, after you land a hit that doesn't necessarily combo into something else, or maybe when somebody dodges, you don't know if you can keep up the momentum or if you should go ahead and reset. What I love about Kyna's gameplay is that not only does he reset when he needs to, when he knows, hey, it would be disadvantageous for me to swing here, he also knows when it is his turn, and he knows when to keep up pressure. And he feels so selective about it, and that is such like a unique vibe to his play that makes it such a treat to watch him every time.
Yeah, exactly. We are getting into this game number 4 though, and Kyna sticks onto the terrace, but C switches over the Scarlet. So Lance recently did get a sidelight buff, get a couple confirms off of sidelight now, but not too sure how this one's gonna play. I'm still keeping the hammer though.
Yeah, Axe Lance, this is historically like the bad matchup for Lance. You don't really want to be going Lance into this, so I'm surprised that C is opting to stick to this as much. You have so much N lag on your downer and especially your sider. The N light is not going to be able to do it. C, just with a dodge. Kyna, beautiful coverage, yeah?
Yeah, I feel like the thing that I wanted to see from C is to swap off of this stage and go to something with a little bit more room, because I feel like this was just too close versus Kyna, and Kyna is just so commanding of space. It's tough to see how he's going to be able to get out of this smothering pressure that Kyna is presenting. C having to dodge up there, looking for any sort of control, but Kyna now with the stutter steps forward, looking to just hold this space down. C with the chase dodge up, doesn't get a conversion, actually gets bonked in the head twice for it. And although you find the KO there, still about 100 damage of extra credit.
That is a lot of damage to be able to make up for, and so I don't think C is going to just very easily be able to connect like one of the big, Lance combo starters at this point. You get D-Light, you get N-Light, you miss the downer, and look at what happens when you miss the downer. That is the difficulty with playing Lance sometimes, not to, make them feel too bad about it, but it's tough when you whiff it, because you just give your opponent so much time to punish.
Absolutely, and now you're looking at Kyna, just looking for this last tap in, gets the downlight into the Nair to close out that stock, but we're going to see if C has something in his witch hat there to maybe pull out a game here. This is looking real tough though, as Kyna has this hammer.
Do witches keep magic in there? I don't know if they keep anything up there, PJ.
They might have one of those cool hats, to have the extra storage space. Nonetheless, you gotta pull something out of somewhere, that's for sure. I feel like Kyna is just absolutely running away with this game, getting the chase dodge down and getting some big damage there.
Oh, this is the basic model. It's got no pockets at this point.
Yeah.
Unless we get too fast. Kyna. Oh, what a lead. Okay, not able to get the recovery. That's okay. Sido, just to be able to go ahead and get you off of them. I cannot believe that stomp just barely hit C's head. It didn't hit. I can't believe that whiffed.
And now we're seeing the 6 come out from C, and it's just too much N lag versus Kyna, who gets the dash up downlight side air and closes out that set 3-1. But C doing something quite historic, taking a game off of Kyna, but Kyna will not be denied of a top 8.
I think there is something very beautiful to this, that at any level of play, even in top 32 of what is basically considered the strongest region at this point in the